Hey YouTube, I'm going to show you how to do a subwoofer and amp on a 2005 E85 Z4 BMW. And you see I got my JL amp and sub here. I've already done everything. I'm just going to, before I cleaned it up, I thought I'd make a good video. As you can see, I got my power and ground. I'm using the high power input coming out of the rear subwoofer right behind that wall, and then I got the remote coming from the radio. So I'll show you how I did all those. Starting first, I guess we'll start with the battery. Pretty simple, I just did I got 8 gauge through the fuse coming down under here. I actually ran it under this corner all the way up to behind here, and then of course for the negative there is a bolt right here to tie it right to the frame. So that's the negative going there. And then for everything else that's behind this wall, we'll run to the other side. I guess we'll start first with the remote to turn it on. So when you get to your radio, I guess I'll go ahead and include this. There's actually 2 little tabs up in here. You'll need to get a really small screwdriver. You'll be able to see those, pull those tabs down, and then that's gonna allow that to come out. And then for the radio, just a Phillips here, and that will slide straight out. And let's see if we can see behind here, but yeah, probably should have unplugged that stuff earlier and everything. But I've got the factory. Well, actually, I got the Bluetooth module. It's about a $30 thing off of Amazon. Really recommend it. But anyway, that's the plug for it. And I teed off of the red wire on your factory harness. That'd be a pin number 16. And so anyway, if you have a little aftermarket adapter like this, then it's just the red wire. That's what comes on. It does actually have a wire that will turn on when the keys turn on. So anyway, I just tapped onto that one. From there, this is the business CD. So that means it's a, they call it DSP or something, I think. So it doesn't actually output high voltage speaker outputs direct to the speakers. It's actually sending low power outputs to the amp in the back. Pretty nice amp. We'll get to that in just a minute, but even for factory. But anyway, that's the only connection here. And from there, I needed to run it around, and I actually ended up popping out the ashtray assembly. And so there was one hole down in the bottom with a Phillips head here. Pull that Phillips head out, and then I guess the bottom portion, it can pull straight up, and it's a pretty tight fit. But what it does is it has these I believe where it's holding on is this little tab here and little tab here. They need to slide out from under this surface here. So all you're gonna do is kind of pull up on it from here and kind of rock it up and out until these can get out from under here. So anyway, once I had that, then I could fish my remote wire down under here. I could pull it from here and kind of fish it down that way under here, and I tucked it up underneath this all the way around. Got up. It's all nice and covered up now, but then up and around here, and I've got the speaker taken out so you can see it. Undid the 3 Phillips screwdrivers, or Phillips here. That lets this flex quite a bit, and so I was able to fish that remote wire, and you can see it coming in right here, which then gets us to the speaker. So this is from the amp, so this is the high voltage output straight to that little woofer. And I'll go around and let you see what BMW actually kind of did you a favor here. Go to the other side. see I did I call these piggybacks. I'm not sure what they're actually called, but kind of tee off of the wires here. And let's see, what they did was they have a I guess I'll back up. This grill, it just pops right off. Nothing special there. It just has these little kind of tabs here that you overcome. And then took this plate. This part's pretty obvious, but took that plate off. I guess before I did that, I took the subwoofer out and unplugged it. And this is what you have. Let's see if you can see some of that number. So you'll notice one thing that's kind of important is that 2 ohm. I plan to upgrade this eventually, but shopping around, it's kind of hard to find a 2 ohm woofer. There are some, but anyway, that just unplugs from that sub. But teed off here, and what they did that was neat was you have this foam baffle that goes all the way around it. And what you can actually do is just kind of pull that away, tuck that out of the way, and there's a nice rubber grommet right here. It was pretty tough to pull from the other side, so I ended up pushing it out here. That allowed all this to come out, and I could work on it in the trunk and then push it back. So I got the remote wire running through that grommet. I got these speaker to the high level input on my amp. And then, let's see, I can't remember which color it was. And again, that's going all going through the grommet. That was a little bit of a tight fit. I didn't notice until later, but there's actually another little hole somewhere over here. Yeah, way over here to the side. You could use that if you wanted to. I kind of like using the grommet, but yeah, it was a little bit of a tight fit getting those through. But it's there. And then on the other side, back by the battery. So I pulled, there's a couple of tabs. You can pull this floor carpet up here, a couple of tabs back here to get this off, and we'll pull this back and see that grommet, got it nice and tucked away, got all the wires coming in together at this corner here with good wire tie to hold everything, even to the factory harness. And just for my amp, I need it to be on the left side, so I went all the way across to another tie, and now everything's nice and ready to drop in the amp.